What up, what up, what up? I think this might just be a little rant. It's a little rant. Not sure what I'm gonna name this yet. I'll name it after I finish ranting. But you know what? I think I might call this observations. This might be the third observations in the Matrix. Because what I'm about to say ties in a lot into all of this is a simulation, is a matrix, but what I'm about to specify on and what I'm about to focus on, I feel is like really deals with the matrix in the social dynamics within in the matrix. You know, yeah, I'm gonna just freestyle it. I'm gonna just spit. I'm gonna just let it all out. I ain't even gonna like try to analyze it. No, I'm just gonna speak it all out how I feel. As I'm moving through this life, as I'm living life, it's, you know, I do study a lot of philosophies, principles. You know, study my own philosophies and principles. I just do a lot of mental. You know, I like being in the mind. I like thinking of new concepts. I like thinking of different ways. I like just using my brain. And what I've realized is that it's like there seems to be very few people, well, from my experience, who are actually like who can really analyze and peep the world around them outside of themselves. Meaning that like for instance, I woke up this morning, you know, dressed how I'm dressed, but I am in a place, in an atmosphere where like standing out or dressing differently kind of puts you in a, you know, and it's not just this place, it's like, it's almost in general. It's very interesting to me in this matrix, in this world, because it's like the individuals and the masses. What I mean by the individual, this example, is someone who is like me, for example. Like everybody is wearing, you know, I go somewhere, everybody's wearing black or strictly white, and then I come and I'm wearing like a black and white shirt. And so instead of people just being like, okay, he's just being him, or this person is just expressing them, and not taking no further or not thinking too deeply into it, to me it's like now you get ostracized, or you like, or not now, this has been happening, but just in this life, it's like you become an enemy just strictly off of I am opposing to whatever the consensus or the masses believe in. And it's wild to me, like, that we're still dealing with this in 2024, where like, you know, I'm a 90s baby, so I can definitely say like I've seen some cycles, you know, I've seen things come and go. And it's just funny to me how like we're so like we're bigging up this whole, you know, independent thought, and, you know, I'm straight, you're gay, or you're bi, transvestite, or I identify as a cow instead of a human. Like, we're now starting to, you know, like just get used to, you know, people think differently than us. You know, everybody has different, you know, humans are very complex. And I feel like we are starting to get more into that complexity of really being a human. But to me, it's like we're still trying to do it under like the old program. We're still trying to do it under the old system. Like, there's no reason why you can't tell me we got all this progression, all this, like, you know, it's 2024, and, you know, everybody's, you know, understanding, and everybody's just, you know, just authentically being them. But then, like, if you go out, you can, like, I have literally been out just in the, like, the day ain't even over with. It's only like 1 o'clock. I mean, that's not even 1 o'clock, it's 12 something. Like, and I have seen, just from me being me, just going out and doing things, like, okay, I went to go cash a check. And I can tell, even by like, and like this conversation is if you with it, you with it. If you're not, you're not. But I know me, I know my energy, I know my mindset, but I know how I want to be treated, and I know how I come towards people. And what I've noticed is that, like, when you really tap into yourself, now I can admit, back in the past, I was always had empathetic abilities, or was able to like, okay, this person's feeling this type of way. Okay, this person, like I've always been able to do that. But as I've gotten older and become more aware of myself, more, meditation, did the work on myself, just certain things that have helped me, not have my mind so bogged down or have my mind in a box or be so just triggered by anything. You really get good at like knowing your energy and someone else's energy, knowing what's you and what's not, knowing what thoughts are yours and what feelings are yours. And so I walk into the place and I can already tell, like, oh, this lady already got an issue with me. And I'm not sure whether, like I told y'all, right now I'm in a place where like how I look and how I like to dress and just be me, it does stand out like a lot. And I didn't even realize that until a lot of like, I started staying down here longer and people told me that shit. But because I just be doing me, and that's like, I just be doing me, just being me. I ain't trying to ask for nobody attention. I'm literally just woke up, was like, this is what I choose to wear, this is how I choose to, like, it all is me. I'm not out here like, okay, I'm trying to get this effect from someone, or I'm trying to get this person's attention, or I'm trying to get this party to like me. Like, that is not how I move my life. So I get into the place and I can already tell this lady got an attitude with me. Like the way she peeping, the energy she giving me is like, who is this person? Who this nigga think he is? Like, I'm just like, why are we doing this? And then I go to somewhere else, about to do some shopping. And it's like, I could feel the judgment. You can feel that shit, bro. Like, I know a lot of us, like a lot of people in today's society, everybody likes to act like emotions and feelings, and they're just all whimsical and you can't never trust it. Guess the fuck you can. Everybody want to trust their feelings when they should have did it the first time. And like, I'm done with that shit. You want to trust your feelings, your intuition. Like, people will tell you all that shit fake, all that shit is not real, but then you be mad as hell when you didn't listen to that shit the first time. You go through that horrible breakup, or you get into that experience where it's like your energy and your intuition was telling you like, don't fuck with that shit. Don't do that shit. Don't do that shit. And you still was doing this shit. Now you want to listen. Now it's time to listen to self, right? Now, and it's like, so why I gotta take that long? Why not be like that all the time? You know what I'm saying? And that's how I'm moving going forward. So I'm just noticed, just me being out today, and this ain't nothing new. I've encountered this plenty of times in my life. But it's just like, damn, like, we still did, like, we love to talk about all these advancements in the world, all of this shit. And I'm still going down here, and I'm still seeing like, no, it's still like, niggas is still like, it's funny, because it's like, you get out you go on social media and it's like, you start seeing all of this stuff that to me would make you feel like, damn, we are really like becoming more open in our awareness as a collective when it comes to certain things, because I'm seeing all types of shit out here on the internet. But then you get into you step outside and it's like, damn, you motherfuckers is still closed-minded as a motherfucker. Like, you're still closed-minded. Like, I was even thinking about today how even in this system that we have, to me, it's like, it's this very like, I gotta make you feel small in order for me to feel big. And I see that dynamic in every facet. I see that shit in the workplace. I see that shit in relationships, not just romantic, platonic, family, friend. Like, I see that shit all the time. It's like, I really be wanting to have faith in this world, but to me, sometimes it's like, bro, certain shit is just too embedded. Like, certain shit is just too, like, it's almost like stained into this culture of this society. And then motherfuckers just hee ha ha, like everything cool, everything cool, calm, collected. Like, nah, bro, we can do so much better. We can do so much better. And it's funny because when you have these conversations with people, like I remember in the last video I brought up how, like, when you're a black sheep like me, or just a person who doesn't like to stay in a box, who likes to expand, who can see from different perspectives, you'll notice that when you start talking to other people about certain things, you get on their nerves. And that's what I'm starting to realize. It's like, to me, that's really the problem. You got people who are like really open-minded and can like really just look outside of themselves. Because think about when you're okay, like, think about this. I know a lot of people when they deal with people, a lot of times for certain people, not everybody, but they're kind of like, I'm just dealing with this person right now. So let's say like you meet somebody and you know them all the way from a day all the way to a year, even 3, 4, 5, 6 years. There are still things that happened to them before they met you. There's a list of good and bad experience that they've had before they met you. Depending on how they've handled their life or their experiences, when they're dealing with you, they can either choose to like look at you and be triggered by something, or to like let their mind go into a box, or they can look at you as you are. They can look at you and be like, okay, this is what this person is giving me right now. This person is giving me good energy. This person is being respectful. This person is like, listening and being attentive to what I'm saying. But I feel like for a lot of that, and that's how I am when I meet people. I don't give a fuck. Like I literally, this is just an example of how I know I do this. I know I do this already for myself, but even my external world seeing that in me, like I literally have friends that be like, why do you know that person? Or why do you hang out with that person? Because I don't fault nobody. I'm gonna treat the janitor the same way I'm gonna treat the manager. But I know, but in this world, in this system, I see it's not like that. When you a janitor, niggas is gonna treat you like not everybody, but it's almost expected. Oh, I gotta treat this person better because they got more material things than I do. Or I gotta treat this person better because they got more clout than me. It's like, it still goes back to that, I'm big, you small. Well, why can't we all be big? Matter of fact, what's wrong with being small? It's like that, like the fact that I feel like that shit gotta be broken down and even like conceptualized is a problem to me. We should not be in 2024 and I'm saying these type of things. As I see it every day, I see how every day like somebody will look at somebody or they'll come across me and it's like, oh, you're already putting me in a box. Ain't no different than when I was like, and it's so fun to me because we do this shit all the time. Like the collective does this shit all the time to me. Like, why we gotta wait on somebody else to be individuals? Why you gotta wait on your favorite rapper to wear that? Why you gotta wait on your favorite female artist to finally dye your hair? Like, it's just like the shit. And then it's like, it is crazy to me because when you have these type of conversations with people, like I said, it's more so the black sheeps, the people that have a certain mindset that get what I'm saying. But everybody else who's just trying to stay in their box and trying to be left alone, but you want to judge, you want to be left alone, cast judgment on other people, but want to see more momentum in your life. And like I said, when I'm doing these talks, I'm not casting judgment on nobody. Live how you live. These are just simply, that's why I said, observations of the Matrix. These are simply just my observations and my thoughts and feelings on certain things. That's all it is. That's all it is. But I just feel like we could do better, man. And another observation, because I've been to a lot of places, I've always felt like, two goats. I've always, be yourself anywhere. Be you anywhere. But one thing I have noticed, if you want it to be a more, like, I never knew how much I was going to have to go to war in this life with everything. Like, I'm really, like, everything in life is damn near, like, not everything, but a lot of things starting off, if you're not aware, have certain information on certain things, it can feel like just this push and pull, tug of war type shit. It's like, and I feel like everybody has gone through this shit. Think about this shit. Before you wanted to make a change to yourself, before you wanted to wear some new clothes or dye your hair a different color or something, to me, it should be strictly, I felt like I wanted to do this for myself, point blank, period. Why is it that other thought that pop up in people's head, well, how I'm gonna be viewed? Well, how I'm gonna be looked at? Well, how people gonna treat me? Well, how this person gonna take it? Like, why are, like, to me, you should feel good about you expressing yourself, because your best friend or the people around you is going to, like, honor that. They're not going to be like, oh, this person's ugly, I don't like this shit. Like, oh, you could have did your hair color differently, I don't like this shit. Like, why are there even people around us like that? Why do motherfuckers like that even exist? I don't fucking know. Flies exist, so I guess you niggas gotta exist. But, which is interesting. But, like, that's really just how I feel about that shit. Like, it's just so funny to me, because then it's like, those same people, right, that will judge you for doing something different, that will judge you for being an individual, they'll sit here and praise celebrities and people that they don't know, that have never met them, and that these celebrities will probably not even want to be around them. They'll sit and praise these motherfuckers all day and wait for them to do something different. Okay, now I'm gonna start dressing like that. You know how long I was wearing skinny jeans? You know how many niggas I knew with face tats before that shit started being cool? And people like us was getting ridiculed and negative energy tossed to us just because we was doing something different, just because we was ahead of the curve. That's another thing I want to tell y'all. When you ahead, you're gonna have to deal with some type of just backlash. When you're ahead of the curve, when you're ahead of this world, when you're ahead of like where the collective is right now, you're gonna have to deal with some backlash. But it's okay, because every successful person has had to go through that. See, that's the shit they don't want to tell you about a lot of these celebrities or a lot of these people that's up right now. I'm gonna be honest with you. When I first heard Playboi Carti, I did not fuck with this nigga. I'm just keeping it in the band. Like, I really did not like. He was straight, but like, think about if this nigga just would have based his music and his life around my fucking opinion. This motherfucker's one of the biggest artists out right now. Same thing with Gucci Mane. I remember when motherfuckers used to shit on Gucci Mane. Oh, this nigga can't rap, this nigga can't rap. This man has stayed in the rap game longer than a lot of rappers that was saying that shit about him. Steve Bezos, what's bro name? Jeff Bezos. Bro was in his garage. His wife was working at the time. He didn't have no job. He was focused on, you think like as a man, you a grown man, got your business in the garage, your wife is making the most money, you think that shit felt good to him? You think he didn't have friends or people around him that was like, nigga, I don't know why you still doing that shit. You a grown man. You just need to get a job. Then he wouldn't have became a billionaire if I would have kept listening to you niggas. So then, like I said, going back to the white sheep, black sheep, that tells you, so it's really like, can you get through the rough draft of everything? Can you get through the like storm, not really even the storm, but just the wave? If you can get through that wave as an individual, as a person that wants to bring change, that wants to implement new things, you'll be fine. But never get caught up in the world you're dealing with right now. Because I can honestly say, I feel like if you're an elder, or even if you're like 28, 29 years old, every fucking thing that they backlashed or criticized, I swear to God, we're doing that shit right now. Everything motherfuckers ridiculed, everything they talked about in the past, everybody who's still doing what they love to do, they're millionaires right now. Because they just stick to their guns and they stick to what they believed in. And that's what I'm on. And I hope that's what y'all are on going forward. Peace out, y'all. Observations of the Matrix.